Okay, so we are in Breith, Eaman. So we jumped into a pit. I'm sure bad things will start happening. This map actually doesn't look too terribly big, though. I'm sure we'll be fine.
There's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, that's why we walked in that direction. Boots of speed, we're good there. Camp supplies, we're already full up. More camping supplies. It wasn't a second rocket. That's a different dog. That was Beckett. That was their very first Papillon friend. He just so happened to be a black and white Papillon,
and what do we have here?
He was like a month or two younger than them. Let's go a little bit slower. Millennium's worth of dust fills the cracks and crevices of the skeletal relief. Same thing. He passed? I honestly don't know. That video is 16 years old. We haven't seen him in like 10 years, I want to say. Maybe, yeah, about 10 years.
Isn't this something?
Sort of. More stuff.
Be cautious. Be constant.
Don't even slow it.
So. Ah, shit. They're running off. Keep you with a backstab. Sneak attack, backstab. Just run too fast sometimes. That's right.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
There. What did I tell you?
Disarm traps. So what's the big thing in the middle? Feel the tugs at your essence. A pulse from the world itself moves through it. It's where you want to go. Guess it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Show him how it's done.
Charmed him. Get back here. He'll be back.
That's it.
Free stuff? Free stuff. Shattered animate armor. It's not good for anything. Probably not. Look, more money. Why do they keep giving us money? What do we need money for? Let's go that way.
I'll see what I can find.
Should probably have Gimpy pull them back this way.
Bullseye!
Okay, Gimpy, get on there. Let's do a little buff for us. Let's do some more critting and that kind of stuff. Cheating specters. Shadows, sorry.
I'll see what's ahead.
Oh, and your prison. What's a prison doing here? This pillar tugs at your essence. It pulls from the world itself, moves through it. And that's the other one doing the same thing. We're doing good.
There's something you don't see every day.
Except we've already seen, what, 3 or 4 of them today. Let's go this way, to the west. Although it looks like a dead end, probably. Near a dead end. Well then. Friendly fire there. It shouldn't be too bad. Scatter their brains a little bit if they have them.
Artifact worth and rot!
Hey there.
Hi? Breith!
Another buff spell. This boosts our benediction. Alloys their effect with accuracy and might. There we go.
Hi?
You guys could hit that one, you know.
Rest well, my friend.
What? Oh, Revenant. Friendly undead. No problem. So we're getting friendly
Sure.
undead right now because which sword is doing that? It's not the Grey Sleeper, it's this one, right? The Redeemer? Oh, she still hasn't leveled this stuff up yet. Story Vessels, that gains holy power. So it's not this sword that's doing it. Is it yours? Yep, there we go. 5% chance on a hit or crit to summon undead.
Easy does it.
Never really understanding the point of a late game loot, because you can't get out of here, right?
I see where you're going with that.
This is a vendor down here for random reasons.
Give me a real challenge.
Don't understand the point. Loop to loop. Hey, Despair, welcome back. I don't think we can do loop to loops in this. Not intentionally, at least. I'm going to say the same. Oh, movie, sort of. Dead person to talk to. Oh, her again. Column of Adra rises above you, stoic and silent. Its ridged layer is a measuring stick for the passage of ages. It feels to you as a thick block. It feels to you as a thick block of ice, and you perceive buried deep in its core a dim flickering flame, all but extinguished, yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. As you approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. The glow seems to fade, as though you had adjusted to its intensity and where it was. Iovara seeps into existence, an adialic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. Moist? Why is it moist? Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now. A slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps, or a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There is a broad scar across her face, fibrous and warming, where flames once laughed, unhealed even in death. Oh, I think her even picture kind of changed a little bit, didn't it? She's not as pretty as she used to be. She's got character now on her face, called scars.
Hello, brother. It has truly been ages. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
And no, she didn't have the scar there before. Her portrait was cleaner. So she is not us. She's a different soul. So it seemed that I have unfinished business here. Honest, I'm here to free you. Honest or benevolent? Gimpy is the honest, benevolent rogue. Remember that. It's either one of these works. I'm here to free you.
A gallant gesture, if a bit misguided. And yet I suspect there is more to this than you have said. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Theos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Wodoka, and to blame Animacy for the damage he's caused.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You know me. Oh, sorry, you knew me when Theos did. That's something I need to know about that time. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
There's something about that lifetime my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition, of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
And what was that? Her mouth tightens and her brow furrows a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
Uh-oh. Algina throws her head back and laughs gleefully. Ha ha ha, of course not. It all makes sense now.
I'd dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief.
Perhaps not to her. Many are those whom the gods have scorned. This is petty retribution.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
Who created these gods and for what? That's why you started your own faith? How did you discover this? Who created the gods and for what?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Engwithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators. Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
This is why you started your own faith?
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
How did you discover this?
The Engwithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
Later on, after I left the Order, a few Engwithans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. Is it true, what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
She scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
She turned her attention to Durrance.
I have seen with my own eyes the deceptions of my goddess. The Watcher has shown me as much. But it was not until now that I understood how truly desperate she was. The depths of her deception.
You speak of her deceptions, but what of your own? Was it her words that led you down your path? Or was it the absence of her words? A gap that you filled with your own broken thoughts.
Beads of sweat coalesced on Durrance's forehead and trickled down the sides of his face in streaming rivulets, as though he were a block of ice standing before a great pyre.
What if you had always been alone, without guidance?
Now she's talking to Aleph.
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose it would be a comfort to know that I'm free of them.
The freedom has always been. It was the guidance that was the illusion. What if even mastery over all things cannot answer the most basic of questions?
Asked Palangina.
I stopped asking those questions long ago. It is enough to care for those we love with the time we have in this life.
What if the cycle of birth and death is nothing more than a tool of endless preoccupation?
She faces the grieving mother directly, seeming to see her as she does everyone else. The grieving mother returns her gaze, nodding her head almost imperceptibly. For a moment, all is silent. Iovera nods back, seemingly moved by some unspoken understanding. She locks eyes with Manea.
What if no god had the authority to relieve our burdens or absolve our sins?
Are the gods any less important because we created them?
She angles her head and screws up her expression.
If what we're saying is true, people made the gods because they needed forgiveness, guidance, grace. Things we're not so good at offering one another. For the first time in decades, I feel whole. And it was the power of a god that made me so.
Power it may have been, but not the power of a god.
You feel the weight of Iovera's translucent eyes upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? Then the only value is in the things we create ourselves. Then we had best build our own strength so we can bear it. Then only when we cease to exist as beings can peace be found. Then it is the questions that have always posed more value than their answers. It's the questions that have always posed more value than their answers. Then the fewer people who realize that, the better. Then all we can do is endure. I don't know. Then it is the questions that have always posed more value than their answers.
But isn't that what brought us here? Seeking the man who's haunted you for lifetimes? Who I've unwittingly followed for years?
A question is a journey, and a journey is what makes us who we are, it's true. But when one journey leads only to the next, then where may one find rest? I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do. Even without assurances, there is still truth. No, people need to know that things happen for a reason. A fabricated reason is better than none at all. I don't think it makes much difference either way. We do. There's still truth.
If that is truly what you believe, then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
As she asks, the memory springs to your mind immediately, as though it had just happened. I never forgave you for what happened between us. Your teachings were a threat to all I believed in. I resented you. I wanted to please the gods. Your capture brought me glory. I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if I didn't agree to do it. I don't think I had a reason. I just did it. Sorry, there are no assurances. The truth to remember. I don't know what the good answer is here. I don't think I had a reason. I just did it. There we go.
All these years thinking about it, I don't think I ever imagined you did it without cause. This changes things. Good. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because...
Because I thought Theos was right? Because I doubted you? Because what? I needed to know it wasn't because, after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. Did my opinion matter so much to you? That seems a harsh connection to draw. You were naive to be so trusting of people. Did my opinion matter so much to you?
I've always looked up to you, since we were children. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent. I see your point. Your optimism has always been misplaced. That's why you're here now. You're going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent. That's true.
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish your forgiveness. I would do it again given the chance. It wasn't me who made that choice. I bear no responsibility for it. I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret that I did to you and wish your forgiveness.
I have always forgiven you. Whatever your reason, no quarrel of ideas can sever ties of blood and essence. No parting of ways can erase memories of times without worry. Times when even without gods, we were never truly alone. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish, but now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for him. And it may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
You're bound here until the end of time. This place is sun and shadow. What is it? How is it you speak a Dirent? Do you know what it is I need from Theos? Why has Theos done all this? How can I get Theos to tell me what I need to know? Are you bound here until the end of time?
In a matter of speaking. This is Breith, Eaman, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then?
Yeah, the gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt. Better be on their side than Woedica's. I am using the gods to further my own ends. The gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing. But these souls, These forgiven the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Why don't you repent? You could be free of this place. Let me ask you, why don't you repent?
Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt about the choices I made in life. But that trial was my one moment of certainty. Even without a chorus of gods to tell me I had been right. The gods need to be reminded that we have a spirit, and that spirit is proof against their power. They have the power to manipulate and confuse and ruin us, but not to change our will. I will remain here until the world crumbles and fades from existence, with joy in my heart, knowing I've shown them what they truly are.
Let's play Sun and Shadow. What is it? I could tell you what I believe, but again, it would be would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about it. There is only one man who can tell you now, who knows it to a certainty, and you shall face him soon enough. I will leave you to see for yourself. Make your own judgments, better for your own soul than better for your soul that way, I think. How is it you speak Adiran? I speak no language now, but the wordless expressions of the spirit. It is through my connection to you that I am able to draw upon your words and form them as my own. Do you know what it is I need from Theos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
Why has Theos done all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter their chances. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
I'm gonna get Theos to tell me what I need to know.
You will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
Nice foreshadowing. It's time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
Gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them. Help me strike the final blow against Theos. Your defiance here is an illusion. You are a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof of the gods' dominion over all of us. If you hadn't planted doubt in my mind long ago, I'd be living a normal life right now. Before I go, I would repay you for this curse. Then I'll always no more time. Farewell. So she's not going to join us here because she's already said she wants to be here forever. So that's not the way to go here. Then I'll always no more time. Farewell.
It is a cruel fate to wait all this time to be reunited with my only brother, only to be forced to part soon after. But then, what is life but a series of brief encounters with those we love? If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other. I hope to find you at peace.
Ta-da. Okay, so, questions.
I'll see what I can find.
So if the gods aren't really gods, who the fuck are they? Sorry for the language there, but who are they if they're not gods? And how do they have the power that they have? If they're not gods, what are they? Where are you guys going? There's stuff right here.
That's not very helpful.
Moe. Moe Ixa.
It died. The sword leveled up. So holy power 3 times for rest. Exceptional stuff. So be revived during combat 5 times to unlock the next level. Be revived 5 times during combat? Wow. Whose sword is that? It's hers. So she has to be revived 5 times. Seems a little excessive there. Someone's got a friggin' death wish for other people.
There's something you don't see every day.
Except for today.
Whew, good thing I sold most of my jewelry.
Camping supplies that we don't need.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
Door. Stairs going down, so that's it for this level. Or portion of the dungeon. Breith Eaman. Eaman. Eaman? Eaman. Sun and shadow, aren't we lucky? Why is it so dark?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we note a rather sharp drop somewhere around here?
What's that supposed to be? Why is it so dark? I don't have torches to take care of this stuff. Ring of Searing Flames? Grants combusting wounds, 3 per rest. A couple of different sources for that kind of stuff, so I'm not going to worry about that. Seriously, why is it so dark? Are these the souls that Gimpy's been carrying around?
Full of surprises, aren't you?
Many spirits stir here, edged with anger, violence.
We light our own path now, Watcher.
I don't suppose you could make a few bridges the same way, hmm?
That'd be too easy. Diamond. I don't know. Where should we go? Go that way? Charmed him. Kill him.
Show them how it's done! I'll teach you a lesson!
Dead people with stuff on them.
I shall be discreet.
I probably should go through and make sure everybody's got fully maxed out buffed weapons and gear, huh? Look, dead dragons. What are they doing here? What's he wearing a collar for? Why has he got a collar on?
And what do we have here?
Dead dragon. Dried dragon guts. There we go. Gauntlets of swift action. Plus 15% to attack speed. So, as I was saying. So, that's fully enchanted. Unless we can up the quality, which is unlikely. It's already superb, so it's not a big deal there. His weapons. So only the stiletto can be enchanted. It's done. Her armor. That's good. Her weapons can't be enchanted because of soulbound. Then her. Oh, she got the attribute bonuses and proofing too. So for her. So might, it's already +2. Constitution, it's only +1. Dexterity is nothing. Resolve. She got resolve. So dexterity, Constitution, increase that by 1. What's dexterity good for again? Instruction law. In combat, reflects the character's action speed with all attacks, spells, and abilities, and contributes to the reflex defense. Wouldn't hurt. So, dexterity 2. Or proofing. Corrode, crush, pierce, slashing. Let's do slashing, because why not? Your armor. Still missing on proofing. And for you, Crushing and piercing. Let's do crushing, because why not? And then his thing is soulbound, so I'm not going to worry about that. And her. Oh, the Stormcaller. The bow. Oh, nope, sorry, soulbound. We don't want to break that. Forget that was a soulbound weapon. That's right, we're supposed to rest on the lair of a sky dragon, whatever that is. Your gear. It's all enchanted. Last but not least, Jade of the Wide Waters. That's all done. And I believe, is your thing soul? Unique and unique. Secondary damage. Freeze. Slain. Oh, we don't have the parts. Damn it. White Forge. Don't have the parts there either. Oh well. Well, he doesn't really need that much. He's got all kinds of fun stuff to use anyway. Lots of scrolls. Good, good. Okay, on we go. Guardian's Dome. Guardian's Doom. See? Doom. Dragon found us.
Don't even point!
Here. He's gonna need those to save him. He's got an ability like that too, right? What's up?
I'm here.
I'm ready.
Kill those things. Hi, Mr. Dragon.
Hi?
Let me see. Get out of there.
What?
Do some buffing, might and stuff.
Hi?
Too far away.
What?
Crits and stuff first.
Oh,
Try something else.
Anna!
Dragon is injured. Here, kill the shade over there, maybe.
I'm ready.
So, dragon got charmed. It's near death. Immune to disease, dragon breath, frightened, ground, hobbled, poison, sickened, stuck, and terrified. So it can't be charmed, obviously.
How may I help?
I think the fireball works on him.
Aztec word and rock!
Does. Did he run away? Nope, he is still our friend. Now he ran away. Silly dragon. Was that an
If
air
secrets
drake?
whisper here, I shall listen for them.
On we continue. We're dead people. What's all the crappy loot? It can't be something good that we'd actually use. It's kind of dark over here. Whale? Whale? Real? Shadows in the cavern suddenly lengthen and swallow you. When your eyes adjust to the darkness, you find yourself in the midst of what must be another vision. You're surrounded by mist. The ground feels springy under your feet. You imagine that as soon as you take a step, the soil behind you will erase all traces of your passage. As if on cue, the mist before you clear just enough for you to take a couple of steps forward. You do, and the fog closes behind you. You continue for several minutes in this manner, one step at a time, never seeing more than the ground right in front of you. Eventually, rays of light cut through the haze, and you find yourself facing a canyon wall. Pelagina's head violently snaps to one side, her eyes tracking some unseen threat. She puts her hand to the side of her face where two of her feathers have been cut short near to the base. Tufts of down float in the air. Something whizzes past you. Just as you turn, you catch another murmur of movement. Out of the mist flits a shape small and round. You think you see another and another. They tickle the corners of your vision. You turn back to the canyon wall. The sun shifts along its path, and what looks like a smooth rock face is the hollow of a cave. A figure steps out, its features shifting and changing before your eyes. Well, the figure transforms from male to female, from Orland to Fishface, its bones lengthening and its fur receding into its flesh. The only detail that remains constant is the smooth, eyeless face. The whizzing, rushing shapes from the mist converge on the figure, and as they form a spinning cloud, you realize that they are eyes.
Your very past is a mystery. You bury it deep, reinventing yourself with each new path. You unravel a thread, Watcher. One you have lost and discovered over generations. And following it to its end has only brought you back to the beginning.
Guys track you even as they circle the god. What are you talking about? Whale giggles, a strangely modulated sound that rises and falls as the god shifts from one form to the next. You seek and search while your foes.
Hey, bag of water. It is time to take a break. Go stretch your legs.
Veronica's busy.
This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay, so you seek and search while your foe obscures, and even your quest for answers to your past has only led to another mystery, and one grander still. I'm here to stop Boudica from tipping the balance of power. My goal now is to see the souls of Theos, has trapped. These mysteries don't matter to me. I just want to keep my own soul from unraveling. Another riddling god. Fantastic. The goal now is to... I'm here to stop Boudica from tipping the balance of power. Which means that you must scatter the very things she seeks.
A nebula of souls, blind and brimming with potential. The answer to Boudica's question and the beginning of yours. What would you do with them?
Thunderclouds form overhead, casting shadows of movement across the canyon. I learned from Galloway and Magrin in Abaddon that I can use them to fortify other souls in the Deerwood. I take it you've got something in mind. The clouds break and the torrent of rain washes Whale's features clean. His blank face molds itself again, taking on the shape of something you've never seen before. Do not consign the souls of to the fate of some god's choosing. You have found them. Now scatter them across existence, their destination known to neither god nor mortal. Let them be lost again, new answers to new riddles. Behind him, the sudden downpour has carved new caves into the canyon. What end would that serve? What would happen to the souls?
None know. They could end up anywhere in the realms of gods or mortals, whole or divided. Discovering them again and charting their course through the ether will be a new mystery.
What end would that serve?
No end, Watcher. That is the purpose.
Very well.
That is a word for endings, and this is but a crossroads. Even I do not know what you would choose.
Shadows from the new caves melt and spread across the landscape, covering you in darkness. When the light returns, the vision is gone. That was just odd. And... oh, She's Fish Face, or not Fish Face, Barbarian leveled up. So we'll take care of her when we get back from break, and we'll also talk to Aleph and see what he has to say when we get back from break. So, having said that, need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, go check on Rocket and Mrs. Gimpy, see what they're up to. I'll be back in a few minutes to continue on, and thank you very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.